And good morning. Yay, we're all here. I'm so excited. All right, coming events here at Oakbrook Center for Spiritual Living. Don't forget to recycle. It's an ongoing project. We are trying to help Brandon to earn his Eagle Scout badge. So if it's shiny and can make us money, bring it. Rinse it out and bring it. Sundays at 9:45 a.m. is morning meditation. It's a great way to start out your week, not just your day. So come on out and enjoy that. Tuesdays at 10 a.m., Love My Body Yoga with Ron and Gail. What a wonderful expression of divine beauty that is all of us when you really center into your own body and start to love it. And then Tuesdays at 6:30 p.m. is the book club, Manifesting Change by Mike Dooley. I have listened to the audio, but I have not read the book. Apparently it's really cool. So come on out and share your ideas on the different books. Wednesday at... This is the wrong thing. Okay, my bad. Well, you know what, actually... Huh? Everything so far is true, so it works. Are we good to go? Except for the book club. Okay, the book has changed. It's a different book. All right. I don't know what the book is, but that's okay. Excuse me, my life is waiting? Oh. Wow. I like that. That is so cool. Yeah. All right, so Sunday, November 10th, the secret of, I know. The secret of overcoming is today. That's where I'm meant to be. Thank you very much. All right, April 6th to the 12th of next year is our spiritual retreat cruise with the Holmes Institute ministerial students. An amazing time. Come up with your down payment, $250 by December 1st. Please speak with Cindy, or any one of us in the board can get you to Cindy so that you can get your down payment in so that you can make this wonderful cruise with everyone.
And I checked, you don't need a passport, but you do need your birth certificate, a certified copy, a real birth certificate.
Oh, okay.
One from Vital Statistics.
Yeah.
It just can't be a Xerox copy, but you can get a real copy from them.
Yeah, you have to be able to feel that imprint, right?
Yes, it needs to have like the watermark or whatever.
Okay. All right. Any other announcements that I'm missing? And without further ado, Ron, you'd like to say something before the reading?
Yes.
No, you have to come up to the mic or else it won't be on the video, remember?
Carol and I want to thank everyone that helped with the rummage sale, everyone that brought something, everybody that bought something, and everybody that was here during the event. We had a really good sale, and we will be presenting the check to the church next Sunday. We will be presenting the check to the church next Sunday. I missed that class. Writing your book of life. From J. Krishnamurti, the words, learning is movement from moment to moment. And from Ernest Holmes, never admit any mental impressions or images that you do not wish to receive. Writing your book of life. I believe that the rules for writing a good book could easily be applied to living one's life. Number 1, you are the main character in your life story. Number 2, without you, there can be no story. Number 3, fully develop your character every day and in every way. The depth and richness of your story is dependent on this. 4, don't allow yourself to get lost between the lines of other people's lives. 5, unless your book is about living a mundane, trivial life, don't spend your time on trivia and stuff you don't really care about and don't want the reader to care about. Number 6, understand that being the main character requires you to take good care of yourself, unless your book of life is about someone who didn't take care of themselves. 7, all good writers know that no matter how tall the mountain, how treacherous the river, or how deep the hole, there is a way out. Remember, you are the author, unless you choose to be a victim. 8, most heroes feel unprepared, ill-equipped, and uncertain of the journey. If you feel unprepared, ill-equipped, and uncertain of your journey, you are in exactly the right place. 9. Explore what you have learned from your mistakes. 10. You are not one of your mistakes. 11. You are not a book reviewer, so don't spend your time being a book critic. And 12. Completing your book will take your entire lifetime. There will be lots of time to review your life when it's over. And now if you would join me in the affirmation, I am the author of my life. My life is a hero's journey.
Good morning and welcome to Oakbrook Center for Spiritual Living. Let's stand for our song, God is My Source.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Love is my source. Love is my power. Love gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Love gives me everything I need. Joy is my source. Joy is my power. Joy gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Joy gives me everything I need. Peace is my source. Peace is my power. Peace gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. Peace gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. Oh, God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything and every little thing that I need. And I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. Oh, God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything.
Shall we?
Greetings and welcome. Greetings and welcoming. Our hugs are a very important time in the morning, so I don't ever like to make them quit prematurely. But we do need to move forward, right? I have two more announcements to make. One is next Sunday we will be taking in new members. So if any of you have not filled out a new membership card, come and see me after the celebration. The other thing is, Oakbrook has opportunities to make some money from time to time in weddings and other events. We have a family that wants to rent, and we've already approved it. They're using our facility for their Thanksgiving Day feast. And so that's income for Oakbrook, but we need someone to be here that day to just hang out. So see Susan if you're willing to be that person, or a couple people, and if you're willing to shift your Thanksgiving maybe to another day that weekend or later in the day or something, so that you can be in service to Oakbrook and allow that to happen, because we need a volunteer to do that. Okay. Thank you, kids, so much for being with us this morning, for hugging us. I think I got hugs from all of you. Well, not Micah. I didn't get a Micah hug. Anyway, it's time now for you to go back with your leaders to your own room. Oh, get a Micah hug. Oh, good. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so go with Sender to the back if you'd like to be a part of your our youth program this morning.
Actually, I think they're going outside today.
Oh. Okay. Okay, they're going to the playground. Okay, Reverend Vicky's going to lead us in our affirmations. Yes. Cheryl wants to...
You can go out this back door and grab a chair. We'll have somewhere to sit.
Stephanie, did you hear what he just said?
I'll go out through the patio door. There you go. You got it all figured out. You come on up to the mic.
That's okay.
No, you need to be at the mic, because we want to record everything.
Hey, good morning. Does anyone have a birthday in November? Raise your hand for me. I know you do. That's it? Only one?
Okay. Okay, that's all that's here today. Okay, so we want to be sure to get a birthday card out, and our birthday lady wanted to be sure. Okay, yeah, Reverend Vicky, please come forward for our affirmations. Oops. What? False start. There we go.
Good morning. Morning. Let's do our affirmations together. I know there is an infinite
power, a love that casts out fear,
and a faith that overcomes all obstructions. I enter into this power and this love with complete confidence. The Spirit within me makes perfect and happy the way before me, and I trust it to bring the highest and the best for all, and so it is. And from we believe the manifest universe is the body of God. It is a logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. And now our Oakbrook affirmation with enthusiasm, which you guys do every week. Here it goes. I am thankful for Oakbrook, for the teaching of the science of mind as an empowering way of life at every age, and for the abundance it brings into my life, my center, and my world. I am grateful for our ever-growing spiritual community of love, freedom, and acceptance. I celebrate with a thankful heart our beautiful new spacious center as we welcome our divine unfoldment through gifts of music, encouragement of our youth, all life-enhancing activities. Oakbrook's vision supports us all in experiencing full and realized lives as spirit in expression. God's love empowers. Fantastic. And now just be aware that you can take a deep breath and enter into that secret place of the Most High. For we know that the Spirit of God is so strong in each person here. And we know that we are divinely guided in all of our ways. We know that when we come to Oakbrook, we're not the same as when we leave. because we are feeling the power to keep us on going of good and love and acceptance and all those good things. For we know that when we start our day with those, our day is fantastic. And as we let that message of Reverend Peggy in our heart, we are changed. And so we give thanks for her message, for all the ministry of prayer, and especially because we know that love is the answer. And for this I give great thanks, and so it is.
You're not alone, together we stand. I'll be by your side, you know I'll take your hand. And when it gets cold and it feels like the end, there's no place to go, you know I won't give in. No, I won't give in. Keep holding on, 'cause you know we'll make it through, make it through. Just stay strong, 'cause you know I'm here for you, I'm here for you. There's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. There's no other way when it comes to the truth. So keep holding on, 'cause you know we'll make it through, make it through. So far away, I wish you were here. Before it's too late, this could all disappear. Before the doors close and it comes to an end, with you by my side, I will fight and defend. I'll fight and defend. Yeah, yeah, keep holding on, 'cause you know we'll make it through, we'll make it through. Just stay strong, 'cause you know I'm here for you, I'm here for you. There's nothing you can say,
that is our unexpected income program has been so wonderful for Oak Brook. I know that a lot of folks are in this program. We've started it in midsummer. Our unexpected income program will be culminating next week with our Thanksgiving feast. And as it comes to that momentum, how awesome it is to see all the new equipment that we have at Oak Brook, and more is to come, and all of it has been outright gifts. Oak Brook has had dreams of technology for quite a few years that we always fell short on. And isn't it wonderful to come to a time where it's all come to fruition and in unexpected, wonderful ways? And the last piece of the equipment, may I share your gift? Susan and Rick will be giving us a new board that will have enough slots. Brian came up to me this morning. He said, well, when someone is singing at the pod mic, don't say anything because your mic's on the same channel. We don't have enough channels, but we will with the gift of Susan and Rick's channel board that they have purchased for us. And then just a couple days ago, and this is someone who has not been attending Oak Brook regularly, said, I'd like to do something for the center. What is it that you need? And I said, well, we've had some of our Joyful Noise leaders shopping for some mics and an electronic drum set so that we can have a band at Oak Brook. And I gave her the price, and she says, oh, I'll do that. So before the day was out, Donna picked the stuff up, the equipment up at Paramore Music, and it is in-house for us. So, and we're talking altogether something close to or maybe over $2,000. Just in the last few weeks of gifts from our members and from those that we will be seeing from time to time. And so how wonderful it is, and what a wonderful lead into this idea, the secret of overcoming. Because there are these occasions in our lives where we feel kind of dead-ended. Do you ever see those, ever feel those? And you might see a sign like this in your mentality, that the road's closed ahead, but is it really? It's about our attitude and about what's coming forth from us when it comes to this idea of overcoming. And overcoming could be in any area of our life, couldn't it? It could be in health issues or financial issues. It could be in career moves or interactions with individuals. It could be the love of our life coming. And there seems to be some roadblocks sometimes, and it even feels like the road's closed. So this morning I'd like to share with you some really old-time science of mind and new thought ideas about this idea of a secret of overcoming. You're up for that, right? I'm up for sharing it. So here we have these hurdles in our lives, don't we? And they can come in different forms. There's a story I'd like to share with you, and you've heard this perhaps before, but it speaks to this. 2 frogs fell into a deep cream bowl. One was an optimistic soul, but the other one took the gloomy view. Will drowned, he lamented without much ado, and with a last despairing cry, he flung up his legs and said goodbye. Quoth the other frog with a steadfast grin, I can't get out, but I won't give in. I'll just swim around till my strength is spent, then I'll die the more content. Bravely he swam to work his scheme, and his struggles began to churn the cream. The more he swam, his legs aflutter, the more the cream turned into butter. On top of the butter at last he stopped, and out of the bowl he gaily hopped. So the hurdles that were there before the frogs, the attitude was all the difference, wasn't it? One gave up and died immediately. The other one, even in a surprising way, created an answer to his own problems. So this idea that there is something secret, and those of us who come into this teaching find occasions to find one secret after another that seems to be logical even to us, that makes sense to us, and yet the whole world doesn't know it yet. Do you find this from time to time in your conversations with people, that having this optimistic attitude isn't just a case of dying happily, which the frog was willing to do, but actually transcending the challenge before them? Jesus said, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Jesus didn't tell us that the world was a terrible place. He did say that there would be trouble. But when he said, I've overcome the world, he was saying he didn't have to be limited by the world's perspective on life. And time after time in the parables that he taught and in the actual actions in his life, when he raised Lazarus from the dead, he wasn't buying into what everybody else thought was the necessary outcome there. I have overcome the world. And for us to get into that overcoming space in our own lives, whatever seems to be a challenge, for us to open to the possibilities of something wonderful wanting to happen even through those challenges that beset us. And for us to see ourselves going up and over those challenges. Albert Einstein said, in the middle of every difficulty lies an opportunity. And so first, the premise behind all of this and New Thought philosophy is that there's no external force that desires our downfall. There's no devil out there causing bad things to happen. There's only the power for good in the universe. And for us to put our full attention on that is really the key to what we're talking about today. And so what is it that we want to do when we want to overcome? I'd like to share a story with you. An old farmer had plowed around a large rock in one of his fields for years. He had broken several plowshares and a cultivator on it and had grown rather morbid about the rock. After breaking another plowshare one day and remembering all the trouble the rock had caused him through the years, he finally decided to do something about it. When he put the crowbar under the rock, he was surprised to discover that it was only about 6 inches thick, and that he could break it up easily with a sledgehammer. As he was carting the pieces away, he had to smile, remembering all the trouble that rock had caused him over the years, and how easy it would have been to get rid of it sooner. I wonder if we have those kinds of challenges in our lives, where it seems so ominous and so real to us, and yet if we came to a state of mind where we decide to do something about it, we actually face it and move toward it instead of away from it, we may find ourselves transcending the obstacle and moving toward that great outcome that we really desire. In Living the Science of Mind, Ernest Holmes talks something about something I know you all are building in your own lives. He calls it a spiritual bank account. He said, we all know that we have money have to have money before we can spend it, and how comfortable it makes us to feel to have a good fat checking account, an account big enough to draw on in emergencies without impoverishing us when it comes to paying for our ordinary needs. Let's talk about another kind of checking account, which is equally important. We're calling it your spiritual bank account because we believe there are great spiritual forces that we can draw on and deposit in our own minds and which can be used in any emergency, in any stress or strain of life. Life has enough of everything to spare. It contains love and faith and peace of mind and joy. Would it not be wonderful if we could build up a spiritual bank account and hold it in reserve? An account which we knew would be sufficient to meet any emergency in our lives. For we're always being called on to meet emergencies, times when we need more love and tolerance, more kindness and understanding, a deeper faith and a higher hope. These are the real crises in our lives, and at such times, unless we have a vast amount of goods stored up, we not only become impoverished, but we sometimes become destitute of hope. And then despair takes the place of hope, and fear takes the place of faith. This is what we want to avoid. First of all, he suggests we have to have a firm conviction that God is love, and an equally firm conviction that when you apply this principle of love to any human problem, the very words you speak in your meditation or treatment or prayer will operate as law in the condition that confronts you and will neutralize or overcome everything that opposes it. So if we were to consider our spiritual bank account, what is it we would want to put in our spiritual bank account? We would want to put love. We would want to put faith. We would want to put abundance. All those qualities of the divine are the things that we would want to consider important in our spiritual bank account. And for us to move into this idea of affirmative thinking, that we've got it in our spiritual bank account because we've meditated on love, perhaps. Maybe we've read all the spiritual literature we can about abundance consciousness. Maybe we've been reading lately about the kinds of things that have to do with health and wholeness. And then when the challenge arises, we're prepared, aren't we? We're ready to meet the challenge. We're ready to overcome anything that would stand in the way of it through our thinking, through our understanding. So let's base this on the very firmest of foundations. One is the omnipresence of God. That wherever our challenge might be, God's there ahead of us, right? Because God is everywhere present. And that God is with us, and not only with us, but that God is for us. You know, that statement, if God be for me, who can be against me? Do we really know that that's true? Have we so deposited that in our spiritual bank account that when it comes to our personal projects, when it comes to the challenges that are before us and something that we would choose to overcome, do we know that we have the infinite source available to tap? And there, no matter what the mess is, the omnipresence of God has this little voice in our head telling us, I'm in here. You know, an iceberg seems like a very ominous thing. And it was an iceberg that sunk the unsinkable Titanic, wasn't it? But what does it take to get rid of an iceberg? Usually they break off from someplace far north and they start to float with the Gulf Stream, in the Atlantic Ocean anyway, down farther and farther south. And just the sunlight and the warmer ocean disappears the iceberg, doesn't it? Until there's no iceberg left. How many icebergs do we see off the coast of Florida? And this is the kind of overcoming that we're invited to participate in. This wonderful book, my favorite book of all. If I have only one book I could possibly keep, it would be this book, Pathway of Roses. There's a chapter on overcoming by Christian Larson in this book. He says, the attitude of overcoming is usually thought of as being inseparably connected with resistance and as being directly antagonistic in its action toward that which is to be overcome. Nearly every person, when trying to overcome anything, begins to resist, begins to antagonize, begins to work against that which is not desired. Does this sound like anybody we know? Nearly every person, when trying to overcome anything, begins to resist. Accordingly, he does not succeed because he must work in the opposite direction before his purpose can be fulfilled. The first principle in overcoming is to give no thought whatever to that which is not desired. So if we have a challenge ahead of us now, the idea is we shift our attention away from the challenge. There's that wonderful golden key of Emmett Fox, isn't there? And he says, when you have a problem, quit thinking about the problem and think about God instead. And this is the golden key that Christian Larson is also speaking about, is the first principle in overcoming is to give no thought whatever to that which is not desired. The more completely we can forget that which we wish to overcome, the better. The second principle is to give our whole attention to that something which we know we shall realize when we have overcome. The desired outcome. Thomas Troward says it in a little different way. He says, have the end in mind. And all the steps along the way will be secured as well, to secure the end in our mind and everything else. If a person is in adversity, he knows that when this adversity is overcome, certain most desirable conditions will be realized. Then let him begin at once to give his whole attention to those desirable conditions. By giving his whole time, thought, and energy to the attainment of that which is desired, he will invariably overcome and rise out of that which is not desired. We overcome the wrong by turning completely away from the wrong and giving all our life and power to the greater realization of the right. This is the secret of overcoming. Now, it doesn't mean, and I did have a slide and I chose to not show it today because I didn't really want to show a man in a suit with his head in the sand. But I did have that, but that's not what we're talking about today. And so I didn't want to show it as an image before you. This idea that we do have challenges to grasp and grow beyond, but that it really works like the melting of the iceberg. Where as long as that iceberg is real to us and we put our attention on it, it's like keeping it in the North Sea. And the cold water and the cloudy skies perhaps keep it big and large and ominous. And we know about icebergs, don't we, that 90% of them is over the surface, under the surface, and invisible to us. So there are dangers there that we don't even see. But if we simply put our attention on seeing that as water already dissolved, for example, then we become like the sun, and the iceberg simply melts away. We didn't try to melt the iceberg. We simply see it as that warm tropical ocean that it becomes as it comes farther south. And God's on our side. And God is everywhere present. And the gifts of God are there for us in every situation. I'd like to share with you one more story this morning. It's a new one to me. It's about a 10-year-old boy who'd been in a really horrific automobile accident and lost his left arm. But he decided that he would like to learn judo. And so the boy began lessons with an old Japanese judo master. The boy was doing well, so he couldn't understand why, after 3 months of training, the master had taught him only one move. "Sensei," the boy said, "shouldn't I be learning more moves?" "This is the only move you know, but this is the only move you'll ever need to know," the sensei replied. Not quite understanding, but believing in his teacher, the boy kept training. Several months later, the sensei took the boy to his first tournament. Surprising himself, the boy easily won his first 2 matches. The third match proved to be more difficult, but after some time, his opponent became impatient and charged. The boy deftly used his one move to win the match. Still amazed by his success, the boy was now in the finals. This time, his opponent was bigger, stronger, and more experienced. For a while, the boy appeared to be overmatched. Concerned that the boy might get hurt, the referee called a timeout. He was about to stop the match when the sensei intervened. "No," the sensei insisted, "let him continue." Soon after the match resumed, his opponent made a critical mistake. He dropped his guard. Instantly, the boy used his move to pin him. The boy had won the match and the tournament. He was the champion. On the way home, the boy and the sensei reviewed every move in each and every match. Then the boy summoned the courage to ask what was really on his mind. "Sensei, how did I win the tournament with only one move?" "You won for 2 reasons, the sensei answered. First, you've almost mastered one of the most difficult throws in all of judo. And the second, the only defense for that move is for your opponent to grab your left arm." So we may have challenges to overcome in our lives, but know that since God is everywhere present and on our side, that the outcome is assured. I mean, that boy wanted to learn judo. Isn't it interesting? He was attracted to the right sensei to teach him something and had the wisdom. And each of us have that as well. You know, I was thinking about businesses lately and about decisions that business owners make. And a story came to mind to me of a young woman who had this amazing intuition at buying shoes for her shoe store. She seemed to know intuitively what people would want. And this is a key, isn't it, in the retail business, to buy things that people want. And she would buy huge quantities of a shoe that would sell very well, but who would have guessed it? And this is true also in those that have been successful in the movie industry. I keep coming back in my mind to that movie E.T., one of my favorites. The only movie that our family ever paid to go to the theater 3 times in one summer to see. And, you know, Steven Spielberg created a movie that people really gravitated toward at that time. It touched them. But when asked about that, and someone said, well, how did you know that people would want that movie the way it is? He said, oh, I didn't care about what they wanted. I just wanted to do it. So for us to know that within our own mind and heart, we can be divinely guided to take the right steps in whatever area of life we're unfolding in. And those obstacles, those seeming obstacles that take such effort, if we put our attention on that desired outcome, those 2 steps, remember? That first step is that we don't look at the problem. We put our attention away from the problem completely. And that works because of why? That works because our thought is creative. We're not neglecting the world, but that's not where the creation happens. The creation happens in the invisible. And so for us to know that as we don't worry about that obstacle ahead of us and keep letting go of the problem and seeing the desired outcome, that we are using the law of mind the way it works. We overcome the wrong by turning completely away from the wrong and giving all our life and power to the greater realization of the right. What is it that we're putting our attention on? That's the key. What is it that we're attending to as we put our attention on the desired outcome? And sometimes we don't even have to specify that at all, do we? I've been saying our affirmation for our unexpected income program every day since the 1st of August, and it's been showing up at Oak Brook in interesting ways and in my personal life in interesting ways. And I wasn't specific about drums. I didn't know that we needed drums, or more mics. And yet for us to be in cahoots about this at Oak Brook. And in the affirmation, we all say that we're doing this for one another. And when I say it, it isn't just for me, it's for all of us in Oak Brook to bring into our lives that highest and better good. And that's the key. And you all have it. And there's going to be more than one obstacle to overcome, isn't there? The overcoming is a lifetime. And yet you have what you need in this teaching and the understanding of spiritual principles to be in every case ready for whatever life brings. With God, nothing is impossible. So let's do our affirmation together. I know there is an infinite power, a love that casts out fear, and a faith that overcomes all obstructions. I enter into this power and this love with complete confidence. The Spirit within me makes perfect and happy the way before me, and I trust it to bring the highest and the best for all. And so it is. So let's turn within, shall we? As we move into this awareness of transcending, overcoming, and reaching into the higher good that we desire for our lives, let us know that we are bringing others along with us as we dream our dreams. That one person's success multiplies into the success of those who are watching and inspired by that success. That as we lift ourselves up by understanding spiritual principles and putting them into practice in our lives, we become not just an example, but an inspiration for ever so many who may be watching and those in vibration with us that we may not ever meet. I do give thanks that the secret to overcoming is transcending. That understanding that our thought is creative and that we tap that creative power of the universe. That we understand through the spiritual leaders in our day-to-day lives and in the past that it's ours to do. It isn't just for someone else. That we can put it into practice in small ways, in large ways. That God is always a success, and we are God in expression. I give thanks that this is so, and so it is.
But I don't think I've ever been that brave.
Thank you, Joyful Noise. Bless you, bless you. It's time now to celebrate our abundance. Thank you, Joan. Okay. This is a wonderful time as we continue our worship and our celebration in a very physical way, because as we think about money and the great gift that it brings into our lives, it is God in expression. And for us to celebrate on a Sunday celebration that God in expression is money is an important part of what we do. So let's take our affirmation really to heart this morning. We keep doing the same one, but I invite you to see it with new eyes and say it as if you've never heard it before. How good it is to know that I am the place where the abundance of the universe flows. And as the abundance flows through me, it is with a grateful heart that I give. I know that as I give, so much more is given back to me. Gratefully and joyfully, I give of my time, my talents, my gifts, and my heart. And so it is. And those with prayer requests, please hold them up so that Joan will find you.
To me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me abundantly. All I give comes back to me and blesses me.
Let us turn within, feeling ourselves in this flow of divine love, this flow of God's great abundance. I give a special thanks for the gifts and tithes that have been coming to Oak Brook lately, and especially those in this room right now. I know that Oak Brook Center for Spiritual Living exists because it is a divine idea and because of the ongoing givingness of so many. We stand on the shoulders of givers here at Oak Brook. For the 27 years that we have been a center, 28 years we have been a center, we give thanks for all that have gone before us, and we give thanks for the giving that is taking place now. We know that it also multiplies in the lives of the givers, the great good that comes to them. And we give thanks for that as well. Life is good and very good. We give thanks also for our prayer requests today. We know that the answer to each and every request already exists in Divine Mind. That whatever it is we're praying for ourselves and for others, we know of the great unlimited divine givingness of the universe. We give thanks that every life that we can possibly think of is blessed today because of our acceptance of that divine love, that divine substance, that every need is met. We give thanks that all of this is already so, and so it is. And now in preparation for Frank giving us our spiritual mind treatment, let's remain seated. I think are we watching a video this morning of Don't Give Up? Enjoy that, and then Frank will bless us with the treatment.
Give up. It's just the weight of the world. When your heart's heavy, I will lift it for you. Don't give up, because you want to be heard. If silence keeps you, I will break it for you. Everybody wants to be understood. Well, I can hear you. that you hide. When you're lost inside, I'll be there to find you. Don't give up, because you want to burn bright. If darkness blinds you, I will shine to guide you. Everybody wants to be understood. Well, I can hear you. Everybody wants to be loved. Don't give up, because you are loved. You don't give up. Everyone needs to be loved. You
There is one God, one power in the universe. This entity lies within each one of us. We are the incarnation of this God on earth. This week we have been taught that our thoughts have a lot to do with what happens in our life and the lives of others around us. As we go through this week, let's be mindful of the thoughts. We know that our words have the power to bring tears of joy or tears of hurt. Let us use them in ways that bring happiness and joy in this world around us. Lift us up out of the doldrums and help us to be and lead a joyful life in front of the world, knowing that all we have comes from the one source, God. I give thanks that through my life I have become aware of this fact, as you have. Let us take that awareness into our life daily. Let us live the life that we know we are, God incarnated on this earth. I give thanks for this truth, and I know that it is true, and I turn it over to the law to be acted upon in each of our lives, and so it is.
Thank you, Frank. Let's stand for I Release.
I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit
of circle for the peace song, shall we? And the young people are coming in. Okay, we'll wait for them.
They're short, so I'm not going to block it.
They're going to come in there, probably. And remember, next week is Thanksgiving Sunday. Next Sunday's Thanksgiving at Oak Brook. So sign up for the fixings. Pardon? Oh, our Thanksgiving celebration is a week from today at Oak Brook. So if you have not, you might want to see what other people are bringing on the table over there and sign up for what you'd like to bring so that our Turkey Day feast, we already have the turkeys donated, but everything else we want to coordinate well. So.
What should I bring? Macaroni and cheese.
We have a consensus on that. Okay, we're ready, Brian.
There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings, I am whole. There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am whole. Everywhere I go, it sings, I am whole. 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 I am whole, I am whole, I am whole, I am whole. There is a song in my soul, it sings, I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. There is a song in my soul, it sings, I am healed. I take a breath and know that I am healed. 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 There is a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. There is a song in my heart. It sings, I am loved. It whispers in my ear that I am loved. 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 There's a song in my soul, it sings of my joy. It bubbles up from deep inside, pure sweet joy. There is a song in my soul, it sings of my
joy. It bubbles up from deep inside, pure sweet joy. I am 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 joy. There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am love, a beaming ray of spirit's light. I am love. There is a song in my soul. It sings, I am love, a beaming ray of spirit's light. I am love.